part of the community that might benefit from some sharing.
Sure, we always do. If we could help somebody, the boys are there.
All right, Albert Pujols home run update. Oh, they're not playing yet.
They're not playing
so,
yet.
Okay.
You got 45 minutes to start the Albert Pujols updates.
The Cardinals are playing the Brewers today. Michael, are you familiar with them? Well, I don't know, Fred. I mean, that's my team from growing up because I can't hear you. I don't have any headphones on.
Well, okay. Well, let me translate for you. Michael is saying right now, it was a rough weekend for Wisconsin.
That's 100%
and it's
true.
probably going to keep going
Yes.
tonight.
You
We are live
stole
in the
my
John
thunder.
Lopez Real
You're
Estate
right.
and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. Often we are out in the community, not today. You can catch us tomorrow, though, at the State Fair.
I'm excited.
I've never been.
You know, I'm a vegetarian, but I think during the state fair I get a pass for a turkey leg.
I knocked
Gotta
your
turn-
thing off.
Okay, good job.
The thing to me about turkey legs
You're just
is
upset that your mic is broken. your headphones are broken, so you had to ruin my camera.
my favorite thing about my headphones being broken was, so we weren't going to be in studio today. We were going to be like out in the community or whatever doing our thing.
Yes.
And last minute we had to change it up. I didn't even, normally because I carry my own headphones, I'm like
Right.
a pro. I didn't even have them on me. They're not even on my person. So I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just grab some community headphones from the studio. This is a radio station. This shouldn't be a problem. It was a huge
It's a
problem.
huge problem.
It's a gigantic problem.
It's a problem because they don't work.
They don't work.
Yeah.
And that's also, like, I'm not trying to say, all right, today's I-9 Varsity, which you can catch at 6 o'clock tonight, because we're off the air at 6:15 as we have this thing off to Isotopes Baseball and Josh Sean. Today's I-9 Varsity at 6 o'clock is New Mexican Things. And leaving broken headphones around the studio is a New Mexican thing.
Okay.
So today's I-9 Varsity at 6 p.m. is the I-9 Varsity of New Mexican Things.
I can't wait to lose some viewers in the 6 o'clock hour.
Well, all I'm saying is, like, you ever be at the office and there's a piece of equipment, I don't know, headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just going to let them exist knowing that they don't work?
It could be your port.
It's
Would you like me to try the headphones
so
on
you-
my port?
Let me get this straight.
Okay.
I've been in the radio game for 20 years next month.
Uh-huh.
Jess Symbieta has been in the radio game for 15 years, plus TV on top of that.
Okay.
And you think that he or I would sit here with a broken port in front of us and not communicate that up the ladder to the individuals that can make this thing happen? Or do you think more realistically,
Now hear me out.
yes.
A lot of situations here where that could be true.
No!
It could have broken the last hour.
What,
You
no.
could have just broken it just now. How do we know?
Was
we
there-
haven't troubleshooted the project yet.
Was there a successful radio show this morning? Does that radio show take headphone or callers? They do. Therefore, the only reasonable resolution here is also I'm going to unplug your headphones and plug them into my port real quick. Okay. Do I exist? Is there audio?
Port works. Ooh, and it's way louder too.
Well, because I was turning it up because of how broken it is.
You think I'm deaf?
No, but I'm on that level. I'm on one right now.
Yeah, you are.
This headphone thing is unacceptable.
I mean, it's been 6 hours since the opening drive. They could have broken any time.
No, it could not have.
They might have worked for JJ this morning. How do you know?
Also, I'm such a dumb Apple fanboy. I don't even own wired headphones regularly. Like the old ones they used to get in the commercials with the silhouettes or whatever.
Okay.
I'm pods only now. Like everything is Bluetooth. Unless there's a Bluetooth adapter that I don't know exists. Can't do it.
When I'm listening to my record player,
Uh-huh.
in analog, of course,
Yes. Yeah, of course.
it has to be plugged in. No wireless headphones, no Bluetooth. Has to be plugged in, or it loses all that quality. Everything else, give me the earbuds, baby.
I only wear pods.
Yeah.
All the time. Except in the car. I don't wear pods in the car because I like to be situationally aware.
Okay.
That one weirds me out.
Yes, you're only surviving off of vision,
Yes.
and hearing is pretty important
As I
to
mean,
not dying in a car crash.
and I'm not trying to shame people who drive that don't have the best hearing, because I'm not saying that I do. I've worked in radio for almost 20 years next month. And
Well, there's a difference in diminished hearing and plugging up your own ears and not having the ability to hear anything.
there's a big difference in purposely sabotaging your own one of 5 vital senses that you have.
Yes, and,
yes.
I know how you drive when you listen to Chumbawamba anyways.
Well,
it gets dangerous.
I literally feel that way right now with this headphones thing. Like I got knocked down,
Okay.
and I have to get back up again.
We got a commercial break for you to not let any of us down.
Never going to keep me down.
Yeah.
The NBA's got some weird stuff going on. We will go on at that at length as the NBA suspended Suns owner Robert Sarver 1 year. He's not just part of the Suns, he's part of the Mercury. By the way, WNBA finals are wrapping up right now, and you didn't even know the season had started.
The WNBA?
Yeah.
Is it also hockey season?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know when it is or what it is.
It's a 50-50 guess for me.
Joining us in the studio, friend in real life, Mike Vitale, who's brought me a pair of headphones
All right, let's see.
mid-segment.
Let's see.
Let's see how this bad boys work. These seem nice. These are Sony, Michael. Sony.
Ah,
Gotcha.
They're
nice.
actually mine.
Oh, these are
Aw.
actually okay.
You stole Mikey's.
I
Okay.
have headphones.
Now, so Michael's without headphones, but that's fine because he
You're
can
the-
take
you're the
cues.
stars.
All right, so we're back at it. Call the program, 505-246-0610. Talk to us about your reactions last night to the Broncos. Where you at, Broncos fan? We want your outrage on the program today.
Well, you're going to get a lot of it because there's a lot of outrage because I don't think that was a Russell Wilson problem yesterday. Of course, he just got that boatload of cash.
Right.
But that wasn't on him. That was bad play calling.
Very.
That was 2 goal line fumbles.
Uh-huh.
That was mismanagement of the clock
Very
by the
much.
coaching staff.
At the end of the game, when you have to kick a 64-yard field goal to win it versus having to get 5 yards for a first down because there's time remaining.
Sure.
This isn't the game-winning field goal. This is the go-ahead field goal.
Didn't you just give him $260 million to make these 4th and 5 plays?
Didn't you trade 5 draft picks and a tight end that put it on you last night for the opposing team
Yeah.
to give it to a kicker? A kicker who, and I don't know what the percentage is, it's like 15. And you're like, Fred, you just make up stuff. No, it's literally like 15%. Are you going to kick the second longest field goal in the history of the game to win the game versus the, and here's a real number, 50%? Is that the odds of getting 5 yards on 4th down?
It's slightly less.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you not own Madden? Do you not know what you're doing?
Hey, if they owned Madden, they would have got those timeout calls right.
It'd have been,
They wouldn't have wasted that clock.
no.
If Coach Hackett,
When it went from 40 to 21, is that what you're talking about?
yes,
Yeah.
if Coach Hackett 51 to 20, if Coach Hackett was playing Madden in the offseason like all coaches should,
Like
do,
he should be.
yes.
Figure it out.
If he was doing that, he would have got that call right. They would have been able to advance the ball. They would have had more time, and they would have won. Simple as that. And you could forget about the goal line fumbles. You can forget about the bad play calling because at least you finish strong.
From the texter, yeah, we have questions too about the Broncos. Like, do they have a clue what they're doing?
It's pretty bad.
It's insanely bad. It's almost like you don't know how to coach without your quarterback being the best of all time, Aaron Rodgers, who, by the way, recently decided he doesn't want to be the best of all time.
See, that wasn't on him either.
What?
So I don't know if you know this, Fred, but they don't just play 1 week in the NFL. They play 18 weeks now, 17 games. That is a sample size which you can extrapolate data from. Aaron Rodgers is going to have an excellent season, as is Russell Wilson.
No,
They will bounce back. They will get it together.
don't think so.
Once Aaron Rodgers
Will not win a game.
gets 2 of his offensive linemen back, he will be just fine.
I just want
It
to
is not his fault that he was throwing the ball
Not my fault.
to children.
Babies.
They can't rent cars yet.
Guys who have never played in front of fans
Yeah.
had to play in a divisional game.
Christian Watson was playing in Buffalo, not the city,
No,
actual Buffalo.
correct. And also, I don't know what South Dakota thinks they're doing, pretending to put all these players in the NFL. The players you're producing, South Dakota, are not good.
Ooh, ouch. I think there's some data otherwise.
So, who?
The rest of Christian Watson's season.
No,
For one.
the thing that doesn't
Josh
exist yet.
Allen from there.
Who? Josh Allen? No, he went to
Yeah.
Wyoming. Figure it out. The quarterback in San Francisco is garbage. He went to San Diego or South Dakota. Carson Wentz is garbage.
Trey Lance hasn't even thrown 100 NFL passes yet.
Yeah, I can tell.
And all of them from last game were in a monsoon.
Can't win. I'm not a winner. Just like the entire state of Wisconsin. Can't beat Washington State. Can't beat Indianapolis. Can't beat the Cardinals for this 3-game series. Can't beat anyone.
Fred, you can't even decide how much hair gel to use when it rains.
I use zero.
You think you could play it in an NFL
Give
game?
me back my headphones.
Well, there's the thing. I wear headphones every day. That's why I don't wear hair gel. There's factors outside my control. If you're tuned in with us on Comcast Channel 26, thank you to the 519 Central Studio. They are doing an absolute banger job, Adrian, back there. Okay.
Okay.
Joe Buck is the greatest of all time, and he revitalized Monday Night Football, and it's back to life, and it's single-handedly because of he. Go ahead and go to break, Michael. You're not buying it? You don't believe that Joe Buck...
Oh, are we still going? We're not on break?
Yep.
We're not on break yet?
You don't believe he personally CPR'd Monday Night Football back to life because it was garbage for 15 years? And the second he showed up with Troy Aikman, no one even watched Manningcast. Get rid of Manningcast. It's a distraction from the A show, which is Joe Buck and Troy Aikman bringing you the heat.
I wasn't listening at all. Did you listen, Vital?
To me or last night?
I watched the game. As you know, when we're at Howie's, we provide the commentary. So I think we are a class way higher than Joe Buck. In like all-time Monday Night Football, he's probably 17th.
Stop.
17th best all-time.
It goes like this. Joe Buck, number 1.
He's probably, of the Monday Night Football cast,
Al Michaels, number 2.
this year, he's probably 6th best.
Howard Cosell, number 3.
And that's counting Cooper Manning.
What?
Yeah. Give me Cooper Manning over Joe Buck.
No. No. Also, ESPN, did I already say Joe Buck? Joe Buck, Al Michaels, Howard Cosell, Dennis Miller. The list gets like kind of confusing after that, but that's the list. ESPN did not give Joe Buck a step stool next to Troy Aikman, and Fox had done that for years, and I didn't realize how little my man was.
That was adorable. Even when he was on Brockmire, they always had him seated. They didn't let him stand next to adults.
It was like whenever they filmed the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. It's like there's so much forced perspective here.
Any Danny DeVito movie ever.
Did you read Twitter last night during the game? Oh my God, Joe Buck's the greatest. This is the best football game ever. The game itself sucks, but because Joe Buck's here, the broadcast is saved.
That was your Twitter.
Yeah, I was all over it. And poor Troy Aikman, he's like, now, my understanding was we were going to have Dallas every game. Neither of these teams are Dallas or Tom Brady. Can anyone here in production help me? We get the NFL game with Dallas, right?
The neurologist is the only one that could help him.
You thought it was going to where Thursday Night Football was number 1? Amazon money, Pat McAfee, Al Michaels, all
God,
that.
wait till this Thursday. That's the broadcast. I'll actually listen to that one instead of drinking and joking with people at Howie's.
All right, first of all, when we get back, I'm going to recap that a little bit. Because to me, I had a feeling I hadn't had in years. And I'll tell you what it was, and it was last night at Howie's. We're 2 men on live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. We play on Team I-9, start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico, spend our evenings at Hollow Spirits, and the weekend is for New Mexico's vodka. Tell her vodka. Don't forget, every Monday, we're at Howie's Sports Page, 12500 Montgomery Boulevard. Come hang out with us before the game, during the broadcast. Hey, about 1 million fun halftime giveaways last night. We'll talk about that, too, whenever we get back. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Yep.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today. A
burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Okay, so I had it last night, Van, okay? So we're at Howie's sports page.
Yeah, we were.
Me, you, Robert, bunch of friends of the show. And we're like, eating the free hot dogs. What?
That is a underrated aspect of Monday at Howie's.
Community hot dogs?
Keep saying that out loud.
Yes.
There are free hot dogs at Howie's.
It's insanely good.
It's crazy.
Michael, we could have brought you hot dogs. I don't even know why we didn't. So it's, in the way you, and I'm not talking like microwavy boy. I'm talking like they grilled them. Like there's grilled hot dogs and condo mints. So we're having our hot dogs. We're eating our way too spicy nacho chili stuff.
Way too spicy for you.
It was insanely spicy. Little pizza out of the back, some wings. Sharing some community tots. We're drinking pitchers. Hanging out with the friends of the show. Watching the game, and I had a moment, Van, and here's what it was.
Okay.
First time in years.
All right.
Oh, this is what I love about football. And COVID had killed that for me.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. That is a really good point.
This was my first, oh, this is the thing moment I had in years.
Yeah.
Fellowship, dog.
No offense to Guy staying at home, like taking notes on the game. Go crazy, brother.
Hey, whatever you do in your basement.
But that's what it's about.
Yeah. It ain't about.
You remember like just now when you said free hot dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know where that wasn't?
They just give you hot dogs.
It wasn't, Michael. There was a bag of Halloween candy. And you're over here like, Fred, this is not a big deal. I know it's not, but I'm telling you it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because when a stranger with everything I'm saying, kids, don't listen to. When a stranger with Halloween candy is like, hey, come over here and talk to me. I'm like, yes, I get Reese's Pieces. This is the same way that nerd met E.T.
You get roofie PCs.
Ooh, didn't even think.
Yeah.
Didn't even
It's
think.
dangerous. That's what the advice is for. That exact situation,
Yeah.
Fred. You don't have any kids.
You know how many conversations we had last night about Black Ariel? A comedic amount.
Multiple.
A comedic amount.
Yes.
But also, if you're a guy who like hashtag man cave, you got the game up in front of you, you got Manning cast to the left of you, to the you got Hustlers to the right. As you set up,
What was that last one?
Got clowns to the left of me.
Okay.
Oh, Jokers to the right.
Jokers to the right. All right.
What have you got to do? But don't do that. Go out into the world.
I.e. Howie's.
I.e. Howie's.
Oh, by the way, this conversation right now is for like 8 people because that's the only room that they had at Howie's because that place was rocking.
Yeah, there was like no room left.
Yeah.
You come and ask for your boys though? They put like
So 2 people listening, bring 3 friends, and that's it.
That's it.
That's all you could fit in there. I don't want a fire marshal issue.
they covered the pool tables up with tables to make the pool tables tables.
Yeah. It's genius.
Yeah, they were like, no diving here. Pool's closed. We went to the Lobo game last Friday. Hang out with a friend of the show, Hank. Doing a little tailgatey boy. Go over to the official Cumulus tailgate party. We get upstairs to like the press box. And by the way, I'm not one to besiege the press box. It's run very well. It's very important to broadcast. Everyone who utilizes it, I recognize it as a tool. It's not the party.
No. No.
Go out for the party.
I like to party.
Same. Okay. The NBA is cracking down. More NFL talk, I promise, like every segment for the rest of the show.
Yeah, literally every segment.
The NBA has suspended Suns owner Robert Sarver for 1 year from the Suns and the Mercury, because they're in on that, based on a league investigation. Also, he caught a $10 million fine, and he has to complete a training program focused on respect and appropriate workplace conduct. So it sounds to me like he was just dropping the M-bomb a lot and making weird sexually related comments and inappropriate comments and about the physical appearance of female staffers and inappropriate physical conduct towards dudes, and just engaged in a lot of harsh treatment so he gets to hang out in the Hamptons.
You know, when this story first came out, I was like, oh, God, here we go. They found themselves another Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
Robert Sarver's only 60.
That's not old.
That's not old.
It's not old at all.
He was my age during September 11th.
Right.
Like, he should know all of this stuff.
Every single part.
This isn't like your old racist grandpa. You're like, okay, bear in mind, he's 94. This guy's 60.
Stop that, Elroy.
He's had the internet. He's had so many trainings.
Mm-hmm.
He had front row seats for Donald Sterling. You didn't learn from that?
They found that he did it all. Cool. But you're going to say the punishment is a mandated 1 year vacation? You got to catch a couple Zoom meetings? Like, no.
It was.
Hey, by the way, this is found guilty, friend of the show. This is not allegation.
Not allegation.
This is after the investigation.
Yeah. They interviewed like 300 people.
350 people.
They interviewed 350 people.
320 people.
That is a lot of information.
And
hey, look, said the N-word at least 5 times.
At least.
While recounting statements of others. Sex-related inappropriate comments about physical appearance of females. Inappropriate physical conduct towards men. And engaged in harsh treatment when called out upon. It's like a guy that it's like the worst dude in the room. And he runs 2 basketball teams.
320 people were interviewed, and there's an evaluation of over 80,000 documents. Get a special master. Let's figure this thing out.
What about his emails?
320 who? I know you interviewed the daughters. What about the sons? The Phoenix Suns? Just drive me crazy
It's
here.
bonkers.
What's the first thing Robert Sarver does? Gotta call Deshaun Watson. Like what? Like,
hey, Cleveland, are you interested in trading my dude?
yeah.
How good is he at basketball?
What? Suns fan is like, oh no, Robert Sarver, he can't suit up for the team. Like what? He's the owner.
Hey, Robert Kraft, how'd you get away with it?
Figure it out.
They kind of brought the hammer down on me. What did you do to stay in their graces?
Oh, and God forbid you're in any other world. Al Franken don't have a job right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? You know what happened at this workplace? The one we're currently at? You know what happened at your workplace, friend of the show? If Robert Sarver was your boss, he'd go. Like, you cannot create. And right now I get it. A lot of friends of the show are like, you don't get it, Fred. You're soft. No, I'm not soft. But I don't tolerate dumb stuff.
Yeah. I would like to hear individual. I know this is just story just came out today, but I'd like to hear like individual incidents, because this is just wildly inappropriate, horrible behavior. I don't know if any of this is criminal. Civil court, I think somebody's got a great case to make, but I don't know if any of this is criminal.
Hey, cool on criminal. I had a full-fledged conversation the other day about the country guy who just came to town, Morgan Wallen.
Uh-huh.
Like, my friends, I guess fans, they're like, hey, score me some Morgan Wallen tickets. No.
Not an enabler.
No.
Not
You know what
an
else?
enabler.
I won't get you Chris Brown tickets either. It don't work like that.
Mm-mm.
You know we gave away those Thorogood tickets last week or whatever? You know, hey, we're into that brand. That's cool. Isotopes, we're into that. We give Wiz Khalifa tickets, into that. All that stuff I'm into. None of the character means a lot to me. And also words matter. So the Suns were super soft. The NBA was super soft. Rob Manfred was super soft. Watch him win a ship in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Something crazy.
I hope if the Suns finally win one, it's while he can't show up. That'd be the best time.
Right. And accepting on behalf of the Phoenix Suns, I guess Kevin Johnson. Is that cool? Is he around? Like, what do you do? Scrub, I just got a text from David Carl of the United. Peter Trevisani should be here soon. So we'll have him after the break if he is here.
All right.
If not, we'll figure it out. Zooming on, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out, it needs to be replaced. We're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever, no one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Back, I'm blowing myself out over here. Back live on the program. Peter Trevisani joining us. Peter, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on today.
Peter Trevisani, who is president of the New Mexico United, and also David Carl's here. Are you on a microphone or no?
I can be. If you
Okay,
need me to be.
David Carl's here as well. He runs community and fan experience for the United. Welcome, boys.
Thanks for having us on. Excited to be here as always.
Okay, put that thing in your mouth. It's not your first day. Peter, you got a big gala this weekend. What's going on, my dude?
Yeah, let's go. We do. We have our first gala for the Somos Unidos Foundation, which is a foundation that creates positive outcomes through art and sport. And so our main programming so far has been our academy team, which, for those that don't know, is really a U19 boys team where we select the best, what we believe to be some of the best soccer players across the state. And it's 100% scholarship, so you can't you can't buy a spot on it if you want, and we pay for all the training, the fields, the uniforms, the travel. It's an incredible opportunity for these young men and hopefully one day young women.
So anybody can participate in the gala, right? It's not just me, Fred, and Mayor Keller. It's like anybody can participate.
Is
get
the
a
list
table.
greater than that? Yeah.
Yeah, anybody can hop in. Anybody can come hang out with us. Right now, as it stands, the gala is sold out.
What?
Why
are
incredible.
you even here?
Well, we're really excited about it. It's something we're really excited about. But there is also there's a waiting list, and we've been able to actually fill in a few people as that happens. So we had, for example, La Montanita Co-op. They got a table of 10, and they said,
cool.
hey, we've got 2 or 3 spots. People want to come in and hang out with us. We'd love to have them in there. So if people want to come and hang out, the theme is multiverse chic, so do with that what you will as far as your dress. Have fun with that.
Okay,
Fred,
you're going to have to
each other.
rewind and unpackage that a little bit.
Dumb and Dumber is what he's saying. He's saying we
Yeah,
get the
orange
both.
suit, blue suit. It's perfect.
Oh,
Top
sweet.
hats. You guys
It's the
got
whole
it.
thing.
You guys want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Where's it at?
It's going to be at Sandia Resort and Casino. We're really, really pumped to be out there. There's going to be an after party after the fact as well. So, yeah, any and all are welcome. Really recommend you get on the wait list if you want to hop in. And, again, some incredible items that are going to be up for auction as well, live and silent auction. And the goal is to fund the foundation for an entire year.
Blow me away, Pete.
Yeah,
What do you guys got?
Yeah, we just added a couple items today. So for those that are familiar, we have our Portal jersey that we played in about a couple months ago now, back in, I think, August.
Very
and
good.
so we are going to have 4 of the game-worn player jerseys from Mr. Devin Sandoval, Alex Tambakis, Kalen Ryden, and I think what's really exciting, given the academy piece, Christian Nava, who came up through our academy. So there's only 2 of them, and this is one of them. So one of 2.
And can we spill a few things here for the first time as far as some items go that we haven't announced yet?
Let me and Van sidebar this real quick.
Okay.
Hold on, Van, you cool with that? Is this a thing you want to go ahead and let him?
Okay, we're probably split on this. Vital,
You're going to be the deciding vote here.
decide
about
this one.
Okay, you're good, boys. Let's go.
All right, appreciate that. I don't know if we got any LA Dodgers fans, but an opening day VIP experience for 4 in Los Angeles.
Let's go.
How about any Dallas Cowboys fans or maybe Chicago Bears fans? How about a signed Brian Urlacher jersey?
Okay.
How about a
There we
signed
go.
Emmitt Smith jersey?
Okay.
How about any Breaking Bad fans in here? Well, Better Call Saul specifically. Any Better Call Saul fans?
You got one right here.
Van.
My backyard was in this season.
How about?
And I mean behind my house, not a derriere.
How about a script, the original script from the pilot episode, signed by the entire cast?
Oh my!
What?
Yeah.
Like
It's there.
a,
From
like
the
a
pilot.
photocopy.
No,
like
it is the real script from the pilot episode.
Shut up.
It is signed by all the actors and the creators of the show.
That's the dumb coolest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, all those things and much more up for auction at the gala at the ball.
Hey, what's it going to go for real?
That's a great question. So when we got that,
What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's get some ballpark.
That seems like 10 grand, right? Or am I
Yeah.
being an idiot?
I think that should found the foundation by itself.
So when we got that in, I Googled it because I didn't know what we were getting. We reached out to Patrick Fabian, who is an incredible supporter of the club, an incredible guy.
Right.
And we said, hey, can you help us out with anything? And he said, yeah, I'll send you something. Didn't say what it was. We opened it up in the mail, and we're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I Googled it. I was like, what has something like this gone for in the past? I wasn't able to find that anywhere, so I don't know.
I'm putting a mini boy on that of 10 grand.
All right,
and
let's
then
go.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
'Cause- oh, that's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
All right, give me your VIP. So obviously, Peter, you're going to be there, And then Dave, you're going to be there, but I know we didn't get no official invitations. What's up?
You
over
say
there?
no. You've got a table. You
Oh,
told-
that's
yeah. You've
okay.
got a
So
table.
we're back in. We're back in.
You were never out.
So all right. So but it's the place to be seen, right? This is going to be the inaugural, but it's going to be for years to come. So talk about how excited people are.
Yeah, look, I think people are really excited. We haven't had anything quite like this, and the great thing about this gala, everything is that we're raising, it stays in New Mexico. It goes to these outcomes for these young men who are, maybe once in a while we'll get a Christian Nava, but all of them are now getting seen by college coaches. All of them are inspired, and so I think it's just really cool. No one really knows how to dress. I think that's pretty interesting. I've heard Captain Kirk ask for us older guys to, I might have to whip out my first year Meow Wolf costume and get the dust off of that, and we'll see. So it's gonna just be a blast. I to be honest, I have stayed out of the curation a little bit because I want to be surprised and delighted just like everybody else. So I can't wait to walk through those doors.
Let's talk a little product on the pitch. I had to talk Fred off a ledge because
I was on a ledge.
He has a much stronger beef with El Paso than I do.
It's not acceptable.
And mine's pretty bad. It took an L to El Paso. How do we bounce back from that and move forward
What's
and
up with the
start
boys?
this playoff push?
Well, don't look over the ledge because a lot of us will be at the bottom. So I'm glad you guys are still standing. Now, look, it's been a hard couple months, and we were talking about that El Paso game. In some ways, it was such a great game in terms of energy, pace, intensity. You could feel the rivalry. Every touch counted. Yeah, you look usually on the concourse. There's a huge line, to get a Dion's Pizza or at the merch tent or get a beer. It was dead out there. Everybody was in their seat, but nobody was sitting in it. And we came up short, which was super frustrating, and especially in that game. But we still have 5 games left. And we got to regroup, and we still are in a playoff position, and we just got to get in the playoffs so we can go make a run. 4 wins later, we can host a cup. We got to believe we can do it.
Yeah, at San Antonio Saturday, correct?
Big one.
So-
Probably best team in the league.
Probably. And it's as far as it goes with the gala on Friday, that means the travel team's already gone. They got to go. They got to play.
They're gone.
Yeah, okay. So you're not necessarily going to get United players at this event, but you're going to get the support staff. You guys are going to be there.
Yep.
And so talk about like the layout of it. Is it you sit down and you have a stuffy dinner and you leave all bummed out, or is it engaging? Is it fun? Like what's the energy?
I don't think New Mexico United has ever done anything stuffy in our existence.
Correct.
Right? We do things weird. We like that word.
Yeah.
Weird is fun. We do things engaging, and we do things immersively. That's an adverb for you. So, yeah, you're going to go in there and you're going to have a delicious dinner, but then in addition to that, you've got a live auction, you've got a silent auction, you're mingling. There's going to be some lowriders out there. There's going to be a lot of multiversal entertainment walking around.
That's
so
3 Spider-Mans is what that means.
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Gwen Stacy will be there. No, it'll be a lot of fun. Really, really. Again, we've never done anything like this.
Yeah.
And again, we're hoping to fund the entire foundation for an entire year. So if we can get that done, I think it makes things better, makes a positive impact on kids across New Mexico, and that's the goal.
How do you get on the wait list?
Go to theballnm.com. It'll be the first link you see.
I'm surprised that website was
Yeah,
open.
that's
Yeah, hey.
How did you guys get that one?
That's a good kid.
We traded a script for Better Call Saul.
Anything we missed, boys?
Hey, if you want to come on out to the Sunport, 9 o'clock on Friday morning, we are seeing the guys off as they fly out to San Antonio.
Cool. Okay.
So if you want to come out and join us, wear your black and yellow. They'll go through security around 9, so I'd say get there around 8:50 in the morning. And then our academy plays at 10 a.m. on Friday. If they win, they clinch the division. They are going to Tampa. They are one of the best teams in the country. They play over at the First Financial Training Center at Mesa del Sol. It's going to be a blast playing against San Diego, the only team. They're 10-1-1 on the year, New Mexico United. They've only lost 1 game, and it was to San Diego. So let's make sure we beat them and win the division.
Boom.
Come on out. It's free.
Gotta have it.
How do you guys make sports poetry all the time? Like, there's always something.
We talk in haikus.
Sports is poetry.
It's weird. I like it a lot.
That's it.
Peter Trevisani, David Carl, thank you so very much. Boys, big gala this Friday. The name of the website is?
Theballnm.com.
Go there, get on the wait list. I don't think I missed nothing. Go to break. You guys want to hang out for one more? You gotta
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Sweet. Good, because we have a very good story about how kickers in the NFL should all be former soccer players. So that's going to be the one for you. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style roofing tops them all.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs.
I know you boys are soccer through and through, Peter Trevisani and David Carl. But I know you turned on football this past Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you guys saw so many missed field goals.
It was bad. It was bad.
What's up? I mean, we got, like, can't Sandoval just go out there and just play with anyone? Like, am I being dumb? These guys can kick footballs like 50 yards, right?
You kick it and it goes straight, and then it goes through, and that's how it works. I mean,
it's not even complex.
I just, how do you, like, play an entire – you're in the NFL. You play 60 plays at that level.
Right.
And you give it everything you got, and then with 1 second left, this guy trots out with the squeaky clean
Who's done nothing all day.
uniform.
Yes.
And he's got to decide if you're going to get the W or not. It's tough. It's got to be tough.
So PSG did a video recently where they had Neymar come out and try and kick field goals.
And he hit them all.
He hit them all. Hit them
Yes,
from like 55, 60
of course
yards.
he did.
Hit every single one.
With the soccer ball or football?
With the football.
Okay.
He hit them all.
I'm telling you.
Who on the United has the big leg? Who should the Lobos be looking at?
That's the question.
I mean, Carl Sainty has an incredible. I have never seen a player consistently kick the ball as hard as Carl Sainty does. And by the way, he's 19.
Have him send his video to the Colts, because the day they released Rodrigo Blankenship.
It's the guy with the glasses, right?
Well, was
Well, luckily Rodrigo Blankenship can go to his old job doing the IT work for the Indianapolis Colts.
Like in this day and age, you still got kickers coming off the waiver wire that are working at a car wash. It's amazing. I mean, when I was a kid, that was really common, but It's actually never really gone away.
That's kind of the running joke. Like every time a guy gets released, like Pat McAfee on his radio show was like, "They just called me." Like, no, no, they didn't. They did not just call you.
It's not all their fault either, right? I mean, if you're the Denver Broncos kicker and
McManus,
you're coming in 64-yard field goal when, by the way, your team probably should have given the ball to your $250 million quarterback and let him try and get the first down.
Right.
That's not really your fault.
That is verbatim what I said in the opening
That's
segment.
how this show
Yeah.
opened. Dave on the
No
drive
kicking.
over. Yeah, but that's the thing to me where it's such a specialized, and although it's like worldwide the most popular sport, like everyone, you play with your lower extremities, like soccer's the jam, but once you get here to this football, it's just lost. Like I don't understand, like there are athletes all over the world that can do this at the top tier. Just go pony up some money, Colts. Yeah.
But what's the cost to get someone who's so passionate about football to not play football and play football? Like, what's the dollar amount where you get Neymar and be like, $40 million for a kicker? Like,
Neymar is going to cost a lot more, but
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to Bo Jackson it at some point, right?
You have to,
right? I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, it's for enough the amount of money that NFL teams can pay. If you're a middle tier soccer player, why not?
We'd loan a guy out on Sundays because we don't play on Sunday a lot. And
Yeah.
we take a 10% commission, and
If he can wear a red jersey and be promised to never be hit, I'm down.
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah.
Hey, I could see you give me anyone. Daniel Bruce. So, and he just goes to make like a tackle on like and you would be losing.
Yeah. I would be furious. I'd be throwing things at the television. Absolutely.
David Carl and Peter Trevisani with us. They got the big gala coming up this Friday night. One last time, give all the details on it and where people can get on the wait list. Also, I don't think we mentioned the price, Dave, so if you put that out there too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's theballnm.com is where you can go to get on the wait list. As I mentioned, it is sold out, which we're thrilled about, but there are some opportunities to slide in onesie-twosies at some of these tables, and some of our great partners are able to make that happen. But it's going to be at Sandia Resort and Casino this Friday evening. Going to be a great time. We'll have an after party after the fact as well. Really looking forward to it, theballnm.com. Individual tickets are $200 with a goal to raise enough funding to sponsor the foundation for an entire year.
Unexpected outfits, live music, acrobats. What?
You haven't seen David Carl and the Trapeze?
Nor
Guy's
will you.
amazing. Bring a neck brace, but
a sparkle bar with metaverse makeup. Let's go.
Okay.
Wine pool, incredible auction items, low riders, delicious foods, shoe check. What?
Yeah, so the shoe check is a really cool idea. So it's sponsored by Corbel Wine and Champagne. And so what you do is, let's say you come in high heels, Fred,
Yes.
and you don't want to wear those all night. You know, they can tire out your feet. You check your shoes in, and they give you a nice pair of slippers that you can wear throughout the evening.
I'm doing that.
Are these like take home and these like community?
Oh, yeah, no, those are yours.
Oh, okay. I'm back in.
So I can only rock my Allen Edmonds for like 2 hours. After that, I'll need the slippers.
There you go. Check it right in. Thanks, Corbel.
Who's DJing?
We've got several different DJs, several different musicians who are going to be
cool.
rotating in and out. Like I said, live musicians as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
David, Peter, thank you both so very much.
Thanks for
Love,
having us.
hey, you guys rock. Thanks for having us.
Oh,
and
appreciate it.
Let's keep it going. Good to talk to you guys.
About an hour until we're to Isotopes Baseball. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Of every kid who comes through those doors, because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On. Home run record numbers.
Mine?
Yeah, what are the ones that count to you?
Are we talking about my personal home run records?
No.
Because the numbers will be pretty small.
Like, what is it for you?
Like, all-time? Season?
Yeah, give them to me.
I don't understand the question, I'm going to be honest.
However you interpret it. If I ask you, like, hey, what is the home run record? Like, what is it to you?
Well, I mean, it's Barry Bonds' numbers, but there's an asterisk on them.
762 is not it.
No.
I agree. I would say that you take him off. Obviously, you take Alex Rodriguez off. And then that's kind of... And he's out already because Albert's passed him, so I guess he doesn't super count anyways.
Yeah.
But so you have Albert 3, you have Ruth 2, and you have Aaron 1. Is that what you have?
I think that's pretty close. I think that's accurate.
Yeah. I think the single season one, you got to take a bunch of guys off the top. I think you eliminate, like, kind of everyone.
I see what you're getting at. I've been making this point all year that if Judge passes Maris, he's the unasterished actual home run king.
Hey, Michael, will you go clear the hallway for us? You're the best. So, to me, it's Bonds was 73, he gone.
Yep.
McGuire was 70, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sosa was 66, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
McGuire was 65, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sosa was 64, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sosa was 63, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Maris at 61?
Yep. That's the real number.
That's the real number.
To the baseball purist, and again, I'm apologist for the steroid era.
Yeah.
It's not just those 5 guys. Almost everyone was doing it. So they were hitting these monster home runs at an unheard of pace off of guys also on steroids. So their accomplishments shouldn't be, I think all these guys should be in the Hall of Fame. All right, that's a topic for another time. But they should all have asterisks. And we should know that, hey, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Albert Pujols. These are like, because there's been no rumors about Pujols ever, right?
No.
No whispers, no leaks, no hearsay.
Well, and like, hey, often I put this thing out there. I worked in St. Louis sports talk media forever. I'm telling you, if I had heard a rumor, the only conversation you ever heard was how old he was.
Yes.
But
which is at least 4 years older than he actually is.
I tell you what, because I have personal experience, and I don't want to break any HIPAA laws, but like I have a friend who was a person who was involved in Albert Pujols' life, maybe an optometrist. I'm telling you, I know. What I'm telling you I also know is no one has ever mentioned any sort of performance-enhancing drug as it relates to Albert Pujols.
I think that's correct. I mean, everybody, even a few modern players, you got a few popping out here and there that like, oh, that's what their increase in performance was about.
Right.
Like there's always whispers every few years about one of these guys. I'm a baseball dork. I got my ear to the ground all the time.
Right.
And I haven't heard anything Albert Pujols' whole career. So I don't think it's tarnished in any way. I think there should also be an asterisk because he did the Caribbean thing. Like he's on this late career surge, doing it 4 years older than he claims to be.
Maris hit 61 in 61.
So cool.
Ruth had 60 twice? No, just once in 27. And then he had 59 in 21. And at the time, those are numbers that...
Because the next highest guy hit 4.
Right.
Yeah.
I think often forgot is Jimmy Fox. I don't think he's talked about at all. Probably deservingly.
Yeah.
Hank Greenberg. Mark McGuire, 58. He's gone. Ryan Howard. He ever catch any trouble? I don't think he did.
Not to my knowledge.
And he's a St. Louis guy. Played in Philadelphia. Luis Gonzalez, cheater.
Yep.
Alex Rodriguez, cheater.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you anything about Hack Wilson except that he played in the 30s. Griffey Jr. legit. Hit 56 twice. I mean, that's kind of your list.
That's it.
And even guys who were way up there, I think the most I can really give to Mark McGuire is 49 when he was in Oakland. Because anything after that...
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
He started early.
Yeah.
He was way ahead of the curve on exercise science and steroids and whatever he could to enhance his performance. He was in on it early. I mean, him and Canseco, right? They started before anybody else.
Yeah, 87.
Yeah.
88.
Sure.
Some 89. But it was weird in the 90s when you were getting guys that never had but are. Cecil Fielder, I think, in 90.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Bell. You were a big Albert Bell guy. Was that 95 or 96?
Mm-hmm.
There were guys that are like, why are you hitting 50 home runs? You're not a 50 home run guy.
Yeah.
Brady Anderson? What do you have, 51, 52?
Yeah, that was one of the biggest outliers ever. It was Brady Anderson. So crazy. Brady Anderson and Luis Gonzalez. You're like, okay, now this is silly. I'm 5'11", 165. So is Brady Anderson. I cannot hit 50 home runs. I can't hit 50 home runs in my church league softball league.
But this Aaron Judge, 55 at a point to where if he stays on pace.
He's on pace for 63.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, he was on pace for 65. 63, as we know, is 2 more than 61. It makes him the legit clean home run champ.
Are you subscribing to the real home run champ the way you just described it?
Yeah.
I don't know. If he gets 62, you think that's it?
Yeah. If he gets more than 61, in the eyes of baseball purists, he will be the real home run champ.
I think in the eyes of me, he will be the real home run champ.
Sure.
Everything from, I guess, 89 to, give me a real number, 2004? 2005? Maybe if you want to be that guy, 2002, but I think it's 2004 because that's 2004 is when Adrian Beltre hit 50.
Mm-hmm. He was on the cusp of being legit.
Friend of the show, Brandon, joining us. Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. We're trying to figure out validity here, my friend. Aaron Judge, the real home run king at 62. Questions to you.
Probably if he gets 62, but I don't really care about whether it's legit or not. Brady Anderson was like my childhood hero. I love him at 50. I don't care if it's legit or not. Baseball was so much funner when everyone was on the gas. I was looking at like Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig statistics last night just for fun.
Right.
They had like career batting averages of like 350, 360. People are batting like 225 now. Just let everyone be on the gas, and baseball is much more entertaining. Same with wrestling, right, Fred?
Well, everything's pro wrestling.
Midgets who are champions like Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. I want everyone on the gas.
I mean, the real.
There is no way in the universe that wrestlers are getting tested for steroids. It is encouraged. They give it in gift bags when you get hired.
Hey, Brandon knows it's a different game now. It's not fun like when we were kids. All these guys are like CrossFit champions and eat only Chipotle.
Yeah.
Like when me and Brandon were coming up, these guys were like straight juice. I got the number for you right here, Brandon. It is about Brady Anderson. He had a career 210 home runs, and he hit 50 of them in one season. Kind of a
He
nut.
really did. And you know what happened? Right after that season, I had my dad order the Stratomatic baseball cards for the Baltimore Orioles. I couldn't wait to roll the dice for Brady Anderson the next year. It was great.
Hey, there's no better nostalgia. I don't know if you ever get out, Brandon, but find us out somewhere where we're at. Me and Van sitting around talking baseball cards, which is not good radio, is some of the most fun that you can ever possibly have.
No doubt.
Like I'm a Topps guy through and through. Obviously there's a million brands, but I'm baseball card fanatic.
By the way, Brandon, congratulations on your Orioles. Looks like they're like a year or two away from being the class of the East.
There's some truth there.
That's sweet.
Yeah, isn't it? I know. Yeah. Anyway, good conversation, fellas. I guess it is Aaron Judge, but I just kind of missed the days of the 90s when baseball was king of the world.
The summer '98 saved it, Brandon. You're the man. To me, the thing that I like most about like that conversation, the thing I like most about the juice and the game and the excitement is like, even though it was terrible and it ruined the history of the game, when I was a kid being in love with the game, I didn't realize that.
Sure.
And like now, and I'm not Baseball Writer of America, I'm with you. Like you go to Cooperstown, Pete Rose is in Cooperstown. He ain't in Cooperstown. He's all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to do the same thing.
But to a certain extent, there's lesser steroids that people were using before the boom. And you got the problem with the uppers in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. The majority of the league was on meth.
Yeah.
Do all of them get asterisks? No. But for me, like, steroids is worse. Like, the greenies, the uppers, that was all about making it through the grind of a 162-game season.
Right.
And they didn't know how bad it was for you long term.
Hey, greenies in the morning, ludes in the night.
You know it, baby.
That was the life.
It was the life for a long time.
The best
for decades of baseball. That was the go-to.
The best story in the history of baseball is Doc Ellis. The best one-game story in the history of all baseball
sure
is Doc Ellis.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
Do You know what Doc Ellis's name is in the phone book?
Can't wait.
Ellis D. Isn't that amazing? Get out of here.
Oh, too much. What happened to Brady Anderson after he got done playing?
I don't know. He's a good-looking dude. He's probably like on some kind of heartthrob soap opera, maybe.
Teen Magazine, even well into his 40s.
Yeah. I mean, he looks super young because of all the steroids.
Yeah, I have no idea. He's not one of just 2 Major League Baseball players ever to hit for 50 home runs in a season and 50 steals in a season. That's so crazy. Hey, if I'm Brandon, I'm in love with Brady Anderson too.
Sure. How could you not be?
Also, do you remember he had sweet chops?
Oh, yeah.
Brady Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I want to be more pumped for Aaron Judge because I want him to be the quote-unquote real home run king. I just don't think, like, the universe is going to accept that. I feel like sports fan, Major League Baseball fan, if people would be like, no, Aaron Judge won't be baseball's real home run king, it's hard for me to really argue it because I'm just talking from my heart.
Yeah, you're just talking from your heart, and he has something going against him. That's very unfortunate.
What's that? New
He
York Yankees.
plays for the
Yeah.
Yankees, so there's going to be so many haters. Like people, I guarantee you, people doing our job not as well are just saying already that it's steroids. Aaron Judge is on roids. He has to be. That gap in his teeth closed throughout this season. Like, your teeth only grow when you're on steroids.
Well, and it's like
some garbage like that.
Yeah. And if you talk to someone, they'll be like, now, I love your proposal, Fred. I love that you're saying that Aaron Judge is the home run king, okay? Now I'm going to give you 2 numbers here. One is 73 and one is 62. Which one is greater?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, I
mean, the retort, the counterpoint is always the pitchers were on steroids too.
That is, yeah.
I mean, that's like,
he did it cheating, and it's guys doing it cheating. And I'm over here like, let's talk about context, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't get it to hit with people. I want a louder conversation about it, but because baseball is not.
Hey, I tell you, there probably won't be a conversation about it because you know what happened.
Football started.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the discussion is going to be about football.
We opened the show up yesterday, and while opening the show up, I'm like, hey, segment 1, Albert Pujols talk, let's go. 4th most home runs all time, really 3rd if you talk about it. It's the greatest thing we'll probably ever see in Major League Baseball in our lifetimes again. And you're like, heck yeah, let's go. And Robert says, it was football, boys.
Football.
Sorry, we can't.
Keep your baseball on the back burner. We're talking
Figure it
football.
out. Speaking of more football, whenever we get back, Josh Sean will join us at 5:30. Talk Isotopes baseball. Way too soon predictions, or you want to do injury updates when we get back?
Why not both?
Why not both? 2 Men On live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. We play on Team I-9. Start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. Spend our evenings at a Hollow Spirit. And the weekend is for New Mexico's vodka. That's Teller Vodka. Join us on Mondays at Howie's Sports Page, 12500 Montgomery Boulevard, where we are watching Monday Night Football starring Joe Buck every single Monday of the week for the next 17 weeks. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Sports Animal.
Okay, calm down, Cowboys fan. Dak Prescott is hurt, but he's not as hurt as I was told he was hurt. He's hurt less. And also, he's a professional football player, so that means regular hurt doesn't count. So he should be back this week.
It seems like every injury across the NFL, the overreaction, it's week 1. The overreaction was insane. Najee Harris, not as hurt as he's supposed to be. Dak Prescott, not as hurt as he's supposed to be. TJ Watt, not as hurt as he was supposed to be.
They said his tit pulled off. Like, what?
Is that an official injury report?
I don't know. Pectoral something?
Rip tit?
It wasn't even that. They were like, no, he's cool.
Like, no, never mind.
Dak Prescott's not even going to go in the IR. Like, yesterday, I'm like, Fitzmagic.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, he'll never hitchhike again. Nah, he'll be back next week. It's just a little surgery on his throwing thumb.
Just a little surgery.
It's okay.
It's a surge.
They're just going to cut him open real quick, fix some stuff, then he'll be right back.
And Jerry Jones, who, by the way, has what, like 2 radio shows, a TV show, a podcast? Jerry Jones is weird.
Oh, this is just now catching up to you, huh?
You and I have these things as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like our job. Our job is not running the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, he's apparently running the media wing of the Cowboys because he's on something 24 hours a day.
What's the name of the...
And I meant on some kind of airwave.
Not drugs.
Not drugs. That's not what I meant.
What is the name of the guy who... Oh, he's like middle of the road. Plays linebacker for the Cowboys. Does TV show once a week. What's this guy's name? He's like a joke.
Oh, God. 505-246-0610. That is Fred making another linebacker insult about the Defensive Rookie of the Year, second up in Defensive Player of the Year. Pro Football Focus #1 rated linebacker Micah Parsons. That's who you're referring to.
Who now, for some reason, instead of practicing football, the thing that he gets paid to do, the thing that the fan base is there to support him for, he instead goes on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. What is it? Every day? Every other day? Tuesdays? Some days? I'm telling you, dog, he's getting this from his boss. This is the precedent you're setting? You're a terrible boss, Jerry Jones. Your athletes don't care about the game. They only care about the brand.
Micah Parsons single-handedly kept the Cowboys in the game.
What?
Those 2 third-down sacks of Tom Brady in the red zone to force field goals to give their thumbless quarterback a chance of coming back in the game.
Are you messing with me right now?
No, it really happened.
That's not how I recall it.
I think it's a bad idea for a guy to work Monday morning after getting smacked around for 3 hours on Sunday. I think it's bad for him to have a microphone in front of his face. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm not going to fault him. I'm not going to take away a paycheck from this guy. If that's his passion, go crazy. I don't believe it to be a good idea.
I got the stat line for Micah Parsons against the Buccaneers on Sunday night. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
4 solo tackles.
Okay.
2 sacks.
Okay.
None of those are points. And that's what your team needs to win.
But let's see. Those 2 sacks were negative 14 points. And then they got field goals out of them, one of which was missed. So that's negative 11 points.
That Micah Parsons got?
That's pretty good.
No, that's negative.
Negative from the Buccaneers.
Oh, no, the Buccaneers won.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wasn't even close.
Handily. It would have been embarrassing if it wasn't for Micah Parsons.
All right, it's not First Take. It's something called Undisputed.
That's the other First Take. That's Fox's First Take.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Instead, so the difference in between First Take and Undisputed, so on First Take, there's an old black guy and an old white guy yelling at each other about sports. But the difference is, on Undisputed, there's an old black guy and an old white guy yelling to each other about sports on Fox.
Ask me why I brought up this segue right now.
Hit me.
Because he ghosted him on the show today. His first appearance he was supposed to make.
Nice.
He's so salty about his terrible team leaving in their quarterback when they shouldn't, and got liggy problems all over all the thumbs on the team, that he didn't even show up for his very first scheduled TV appearance because he's a loser on the field, and now he's a loser professionally. And I'm not just talking canceled, Van. I'm talking ghosted. Did not show up.
Okay, so
What is the thing I'm known for? Say it on air right now. People don't know this. What is the thing I am most known for?
I can't say that on air.
Irish goodbye.
Oh, that one.
I Irish goodbye every person in every setting.
It's true. That is a true statement.
And Micah Parsons subscribed to my book.
You can't tell everybody that Irish goodbye is your thing, then it doesn't become Irish goodbye anymore. It just becomes Fred's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's you know when you know I leave?
So was this just a no show, or was it like a no call, no show?
That I don't know the difference, but it's both.
Were the lovely people at Undisputed just sitting around like, oh, where's Micah?
Yeah.
Hey,
and then
hey, where's this gladiator who put his life on the line for 3 hours 1 day ago? Why isn't he here at 6 a.m? It's a dumb idea.
Also,
let Jerry Jones do it.
They spent like many minutes trying to fumble over an explanation of why he's not there. And I'll tell you why he's not there, because Lenny Fournette put him down on the turf and his boys put an L on him. That's what happened. This was stupid from the start. I said it the second it came out. And Micah Parsons has always been, when he was at creepy Penn State,
gross,
and as he is now in overhyped Dallas, contributing at the least desirable, least athletic, least pursued, least important position on the field, linebacker.
Let me pull up the text line real quick.
You know what the Cowboys would like to have? Anyone better than CeeDee Lamb. You know who you could have got? Someone at the position that you took Micah Parsons in the draft.
They just let Amari Cooper go.
Stupid.
Their other two guys are hurt, and they didn't try to get any help whatsoever. Did they improve their offensive line? No. Did they improve their wide receiver core? No. Any position group on the defense? No.
I'm pulling up Twitter right now. Hold on.
They got 2 above average running backs, though, so good for them.
Dear Micah Parsons, why didn't you show up on Undisputed today? I believe it is because your team is trash. Please inbox me. That's all he's going to have today.
As the number one fan of Undisputed,
you?
It upset me greatly that you did not show up to the program today. Sincerely, Sterling Sharp's mom. Shannon Sharp, excuse me.
All the same.
Sincerely, the Sharp family.
Hey, and also the Sharp family, Shannon Sharp, because he's got that personality. We know exactly what we're talking about here. He's got that personality where no one does him dirty. No one in Shannon Sharp's life.
Never have.
Never have.
He's not used to it.
Because you know his personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that energy. And this is a slap across the face. And also this, because I don't watch this show, because I don't watch trash. But I'll bet you there was like a Lee Corso style pick'em of who's going to win Sunday Night Football. Who do you got? Dallas or Tampa? And one of these turds took Tampa, and Micah Parsons pulled his Michael Jordan and said, and I took that personally.
Look, those shows are dumb. Those shows are annoying. Those shows drive me insane. They yell at each other for half an hour, and they say nothing whatsoever.
Nothing.
No points. Also, 505-246-0610, would you like the boys to do a Undisputed First Take style yell at each other program?
Yes.
For lots of money? The answer is yes.
We would do it.
Yes, we would.
And then also, similar to Micah Parsons, we would hate it so much that we wouldn't even show up. People that are on the show don't even want to be on the show. Here's some places you won't find Micah Parsons. In the winner's circle or on Undisputed. Sucks. The Sue's where we get back, Josh Sushan. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company. Dream style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style roofing tops them all.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NNAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough.
The Sports Animal.
Good.
Hello? Josh Sushan. Hello?
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, go shoot.
What time does this 5:30 crosstalk begin?
So, the thing is...
What happened was... You know your boys are verbose. They run over segments sometimes.
Some things happen.
All right, so when I'm 7 minutes late tomorrow, you guys going to be mad at me?
No. We got filler.
This is about the time that I tell you that we're in a rain delay. Just kidding.
This-
We're not in a rain delay. There's no rain delays. It just occurred to me that as I start to complain to you guys about time, you guys save me with rain delays, so I should shut up.
And here's the thing. If you are 7 minutes late tomorrow, since we're at the State Fair broadcasting, we can really just get play-by-play on funnel cakes that we see, giant turkey legs.
I don't plan on talking sports tomorrow.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. I'm gonna do what I call a verbal exercise of describing what I'm seeing.
Yes.
And that's gonna be the entire duration.
Can't wait to roast carnies.
They're not specifically carnies.
Wait, hold on.
Josh, how many times you been to the State Fair?
In which state?
However you interpret the question.
Inebriated.
0 in New Mexico.
Okay. I mean, tomorrow might be the day.
I kind of got a game tomorrow. I
Yes.
appreciate your invitation.
It's not all day. I mean, they got the petting zoo.
It's quite the process to get ready.
Yep.
These sound like
I
excuses.
think I've been to state fairs in California, and I feel like I was doing some internship back east as a young little Souche, and I went to someone's state fair back then.
Young little Souche. I
Baby
love it.
Souche, little baby Souche.
Yeah. So I've been to a lot of county fairs. A lot of county fairs. My hometown county fair would be like 2-3 times during the like each year at least, minimum. But state fairs, I have not hit as often.
This one I think would do better if it was like later in the year. But the problem is you got the balloon fiesta.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah. Also, I've never been to the State Fair. Tomorrow's my first one, and the feedback I've got, like, kind of universally, is like, you go during the day for like the petting zoo, and then you go home at night before it gets real weird.
It gets weird, brother.
My favorite thing to do at my local county fair was the demolition derby.
That's a very good answer.
Oh, it was so much fun. You would just see these cars just rev up and smash into each other, and as an 8-year-old, like, what's more exciting than that?
Well, and you don't know this yet, Jay, but we're going to invite you to Monster Truck, which is in October.
Okay.
And we're all going to love that.
Okay.
So we'll get you an entire seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Oh, first time I've ever heard that line. It's kind of like baseball at Isotopes Park.
It's similar.
Very similar.
I would say.
I'm really excited for the Monster Truck Bash because there's only 2 days a year I wear my Billy Ray Cyrus T-shirt.
Uh-huh.
That's one of them.
It's a good one.
The other one is his birthday.
Josh, what's the oldest article of clothing that you own?
Wow, that is a fantastic question. So there's a couple of things that I bought in college, that said San Diego State. And,
Bookstore stuff. Yeah.
And I just like them so much that even though they're just like old and ragged and it's depressing that I still own them, they just hold such fond memories. So I don't necessarily own them, but they stay in the closet and I refuse to get rid of them just because #memories.
The newest thing I own is a autographed Brandon Gold jersey from
You finally got it.
from the Be Kind game.
Which was, 3 months ago?
Well, I mean, your boys get busy, and Brandon Gold is on the bump tonight for the home team. You excited about this one?
I think that what this means is now that you finally have his jersey, I think it means he's going 6 innings with no base runners. I shouldn't put that kind of pressure on him. No, he's going to have a quality start tonight. He's going to go 6 innings or more with 3 runs or less. Quality start.
You're referring to the 2 men on drip.
Yes, that's it's a real thing. It actually exists. I'm tired of people saying it doesn't. Looking at you, Mike Vitale.
Ouch.
Ooh, it's like that.
But we got a Brandon Gold Be Kind jersey. My question, Sushan, which Star Wars jersey did you bid on?
Well, the bidding does not end until tomorrow at noon, and
keeping it a
I do
secret.
not want everyone to go outbidding me.
There
so,
it is.
nice try with your strategy to steal my jersey. Did not work. I am not that dumb.
He probably, knowing you, like how rational and reasonable you are,
those things.
You put like an entry-level bid on all of them, and you know one of them's going to fall to you. Smart play.
Oklahoma City tonight at the Park. It is the first of many in a row. Also a fun day game on Saturday, Van. So there's a fun little
Day game Saturday and Sunday.
It's crazy.
So good.
It's unfair. It's too fun. I'm going to bring my laptop and watch some football, watch some Isotopes.
I've done that, where you put the tablet on your lap in the middle.
It's usually playoffs when I do that. But
That is a good point.
yeah.
But at home tonight, should be a good little crowd at the ballpark. It's beautiful weather. Talk to me about what we were going to see from the team on the homestand, Jay.
So, to me, I feel like the last 9 home games, the last 15 total games, it's about a few things. It's about, like, finishing strong and being a pro and doing your job to entertain people. I think it's about rounding off your numbers and feeling, if you're like Coco Montes, you have 19 home runs. You don't want to finish with 19 home runs.
No.
You want to finish with 20 home runs,
That
right?
is correct.
Yeah.
If you're Winton Bernard right now, you have 18 doubles, you have 18 home runs, 28 doubles, 8 triples, 29 stolen bases. You want to round all of those up. It's also about Winton solidifying his MVP candidacy. Carlos Perez hit 31 home runs last year. He's got 28 right now. It's about trying to surpass that, and so it's not that you're playing selfishly, but you use those things to motivate yourself so that the team can win. And it's just about enjoying the fact that you get paid to play baseball and entertain people and have fun. And, yeah, it's late in the season, and you're kind of thinking about your fantasy football and what you're going to do in the offseason too. But a couple weeks in the offseason, you're like, all right, I'm bored. Can we start playing baseball again? And then you got to wait till April. So it's about just embracing every moment and having fun. And, and that's what it's about to be a pro.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
Well, you mentioned Winton's MVP candidacy. I think he was an overwhelming favorite earlier in the year, but he got called up to the bigs.
Yeah, had to go play upstairs.
He had to go put up good stats for the big club. Do you still think he's the favorite as of now?
I think it's interesting. When you look at the PCL leaders, there's this guy for Oklahoma City. His name is Jason Martin. He leads the league in home runs and RBI. So you kind of say, okay, well, that's probably his competition. I was talking to Alex Friedman, play-by-play guy for Oklahoma City, and he said, well, the real MVP for Oklahoma City is Miguel Vargas. But Vargas is in the big leagues right now. So Bernard's top competition is also in the big leagues. And so that becomes an interesting dynamic for voters. Like Reno had this guy Stone Garrett who was having a great year. He's been called up by the Diamondbacks. So sometimes the winner, it's like, okay, who kind of gets stuck back at AAA, who gets left behind kind of thing. But that doesn't mean that you have to be in AAA the whole year to win MVP. It doesn't mean you have to be at AAA at the end of the season. It's whatever the voters determine. There is a rule about they have to play X number of games
Right.
for them to qualify. But that's all the people I just mentioned are going to be among those qualifying. So, we'll see. It depends on what you value. I think that Winton has the most overall balanced credentials in terms of batting average, on base, slugging percentage, the counting stats, the average stats, the stolen bases, the defense.
Defense is a big one.
Yeah, I think that when you add up all of that, and obviously I'm nowhere close to being objective about this, but I think that he has the best overall resume.
We brought you in late. We got to cut you loose early unless you want to stick around for this segment where I ask Van about Major League Baseball players in the 90s and 2000s and if they did steroids.
All right, I got an idea. Why don't we continue that conversation potentially, maybe, if we have to, at 6:15?
Are we talking about rain?
Because, I see a bunch of my coworkers gathering to put the tarp on the field right now. They're not putting the tarp on the field, but they're getting into position. And during the time that we spent on this segment, it went from the sun is shining on the field, it's beautiful, and now it's super dark, and what is that cloud straight above us?
Updates from us about Mudville whenever we get back. Josh, thank you so very much.
I might talk to you at 6:15. We'll see.
Keep us posted, brother.
I will.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech. Charging a cell phone can be like getting a booster shot. A booster is given to enhance or restore protection after a primary series vaccination, which wanes
We would
over
like
time.
to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
FM and AM 610.
The Sports Animal.
All right, amateur meteorologist Van Nunley.
Don't look at me like that. Like you knew that fact. That is a niche fact that only people like myself and the other amateur meteorologist Josh Sushan know. So when you see a weather forecast and it says there's for example, right now in real time, a 41% chance of rain, that doesn't mean there's a 40% chance that it might rain on you. It means the area that's being forecasted will be covered by 41% of rain. It will rain on 41% of Albuquerque, not there's a 41% chance of rain. How about that? How about them apples? Apple trees need rain.
Is it going to rain?
I believe so, yes. It's going to rain. Whether it rains at Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park, a.k.a. the lab, or not, that's TBD. I mean, if I could tell you with 100% certainty that would happen, that would make me a wizard, and you would need to probably drown me, I think, are the wizard rules.
I am very aware that those are not the wizard rules.
Oh, okay, go ahead. What are the wizard rules? 505-246-0610.
Thou shall not pass, I believe, is one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then number 2 is don't trust the Fae. Those are kind of all the wizard rules that I know.
Okay.
Also, if I saw someone say wizard rules, I would assume they were talking about Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, your mind definitely would go there.
Yeah, that to me is the number 1 wizard. So strong possibility that the Isotopes, but also strong possibility that they're not.
Yes.
Because you said there's a 41% chance of rain, which means there's a 59% chance that it won't rain. That's what you just explained.
My only wizard rules are if you need to dispatch one, you just ask them what's the velocity of an unladen swallow.
Like a northern reticulated swallow?
Yes. The answer is roughly 20.1 miles an hour.
Everyone knows that.
Hopefully there's not wizards listening right now, and we gave away the answer.
I just Googled wizard words.
Okay. This is going to get good real fast.
Wonder worker.
A wonder worker?
A wonder worker.
Isn't that like the lady that took care of Helen Keller?
Yes.
That's a miracle worker.
It's a miracle
Excuse me.
That's a very good one.
It's niche as it gets right there.
A sorceress? Is that a lady wizard?
Ooh, lady wizard.
Okay.
That's just a witch, isn't it? Lady wizard?
Vital, we're going to need some expertise here. So, is a warlock a lady witch? Or is that a boy witch? So that's a wizard.
I think, a warlock and wizard, they're like cousins.
What's an alacadabra?
An alacadabra?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. I've heard of abracadabra.
That's what I meant.
Which is like a wizard command. You tell a little kid abracadabra, then you pull a quarter from behind his ear.
You're talking about a magician.
And then he tries to drown you.
Magicians are drastically different than wizards.
You got to start somewhere. You don't just born a wizard.
No, you have to get a sword out of a lake, is the way I understand.
That's how you become a king. Wizards I think it's just practice.
We saved the did they or did they not segment for 6:15 because
might be rain.
Might be rain. Which favorite rain song?
So there should
Missy Elliott.
That's obviously Missy Elliott. I want to know, Fred, Have you ever seen the rain? It's a good question.
Grab one. You want to do the varsity when we get back, just in case? Today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of New Mexico Things.
It's going to get spicy.
2 men on, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
we here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Out of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on. Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on.
This is 2 Men On.
Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On.
10 short minutes.
Okay.
This will become an Albuquerque Isotopes broadcast unless reasons. Today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of New Mexico Things.
Okay.
League office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Spent about an hour today over at I-9 Sports' like headquarters office over there. It's off Lomas. So I'm talking about like, hey, what's going on in the community? Like how are your youth leagues or whatever? And the owner, Jamie, who's just the best. She's day one sponsor of the program, just tremendous. And Jamie says, I need workers, Fred.
Sorry about their Cowboys, by the way. Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie.
Jamie and Roger, who own I-9 Sports, went out to Dallas this past weekend.
Yeah.
And she's a big Tom Brady guy. So she did get to see Tom Brady.
That's nice.
Which was good, but it was a tough L for the home team. Also, fan bases at home are getting terrible. Also, it looks like we're going to extend the program, according to Josh Sushan, as we'll be playing Did they do steroids in the 90s game at 6:15 with Josh Susha.
Okay, here we go.
That'll be good. So anyway, here's what little personal story. My very first job ever, I was 14 years old. I was calling balls and strikes for the Park and Rec.
Okay.
That is the first job I ever had. What was your first job? Like first paycheck job.
Oh, first like paycheck job.
Yeah, I'm not talking like babysitting your cousin. I'm not talking like mowing your aunt's lawn.
I striped oil tanks in Carlsbad, New Mexico as a teenager.
A super weird one, but I'm
It's
into
a weird
it.
one, yeah. I mean, I had a few other jobs that were paid under the table, of course.
No, that's not what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
real paycheck job.
Yeah.
I was working for Malin Oil Company, painting stripes on oil tanks.
Not so bad.
Yeah.
So mine was calling balls and strikes at the Park and Rec, and I'm telling you, like if right now you're listening to the program, you're a friend of the show, and you're like, hey, my kid, who's a pretty good kid, needs a start at a thing, I-9 Sports is it.
Sweet.
They have a super good corporate structure. They give back to the community. They give kids an opportunity. And I don't know what minimum wage is here in the state, but it's above that. So it's like, get your kid an opportunity to go and like referee some games and work with some kids and be a part of a sport that they probably love anyways. 505-312-4999. League office 280 at i9sports.com. And also be like, hey, I heard on 2 Men On that I9 Sports like needs soccer officials.
Oh, really?
Well, they do.
Okay.
Go be a soccer official.
If I knew anything about it, I would.
I've done a lot of soccer. Here's the number one tip to being a soccer official. Before the game starts, okay, walk the entire field and look for dog do.
Oh, okay.
Because once the game starts, if there's dog do in play, a player will end up in it. I assure you that. There's no way to avoid that.
You sure it's not just a Snickers melted?
I promise you.
Okay.
I was calling a game one time as a kid, as a soccer official. This gal goes to kick it, whatever, misses it, doesn't work out for her. She goes face forwardy, gets up, and her entire, there's like 4-inch numbers on the front of a jersey, 6-inch numbers on the back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The entire 4-inch number just dew smeared on the front of her jersey. And what do you do when you're a kid and that happens? You overreact.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not even overreacting. You react.
You get a little bit on your finger, then you share it with all your friends.
Yes.
Put it behind their ear.
Well, all right, that part got weird.
Yep. That's what childhood Van would have done. Would have shared my misery with others.
Today's I-9 varsity, which
a lot of hugs for Van. He's got Dookie on his shirt. And you start off with the most squeamish kid, of course.
Don't like that. All right, today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of New Mexico things, okay? And this is because someone in this building that we currently work at was aware there was a broken pair of headphones, and instead of removing them, replacing them, or reporting them, the 3 R's, they just left them. Set me up for sabotage.
It's just really inconsiderate is what it is.
It's really inconsiderate. All right, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Kick it off, brother.
All right, here's one. A New Mexico thing is whenever someone holds the door for me and they say, ladies first.
Are you just going to talk about things that happened to you today?
So they get the door, they hold the elevator for you, and they go, hey, ladies first. And I have to go in there first. I responded
so now
to
you're
it.
a lady.
Now I'm the lady.
You're a lady now.
There you go.
First on my I-9 varsity of New Mexico things,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought we just do things that are unique to New Mexico, right? Right?
My list is mostly just jerk stuff.
So I'm going to go with our wonderful state constitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sets up rules of law in accordance with good and bad behavior and the punishment set thereforth. I'm going to go with our state constitution.
Yours is stupid. I'm going to go back to mine.
Okay, go.
Why do you leave your dishes in the sink? It's a communal sink in the break room. I don't have any interest, and by the way, I know who it is, because there's only one person that has a Disney mug in this whole office. It doesn't make sense. You're an adult. What is this asphyxiation you have with Disney? Scratch that. It's
Stephanie Griffin who did it.
Griffin,
That's who did it.
All right, Griffin's here for the Isotopes game. You got a New Mexico thing, Griffin?
I think
Allsups?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna go with the good ones.
You're gonna give real answers. Okay.
Yes.
You don't get the show.
This is obviously all subs. Everyone loves all subs.
Is Stephanie the one that left her new black Ariel mug in the sink?
Yeah, is that did you get a black Ariel mug? Is that what it was?
I would have, if I would have bought that. Actually, I love that movie, but I would have probably got the Ursula mug.
Nice.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I'm also a Sith.
That super tracks.
Yeah.
All right, you Van.
I don't understand why people are so upset about Black Ariel. It's a fictional, half human, half fish. You
Van.
can make it whatever you want.
Are you on KKOB right now? Like, Van.
Why are you upset about this?
Maybe Halle Berry was just the best one to audition.
I think I loved how people were more upset that they thought it was the older Halle Berry instead of the young one.
Oh, that's a really good point. That's
Why didn't they use CGI? They could make her a fish, but they can't make her young, hot Halle Berry? Is that what you're saying? Next on my I-9 Varsity New Mexico things, and I'm just going to do just unique stuff, okay?
Halle Bailey, not Halle Berry. Halle Bailey.
It's not the same person?
No, it's different people. Did I say Barry?
We've been saying Barry for 48 hours.
Keep going.
Our state flag. Just love our state flag. Got a good state flag.
That's what you're going. That's what you're going with.
It's the state flag.
The guy who stays logged in on the computer after you're done at the workstation.
Oh, that one.
You know what I'd like you to do?
That guy.
Just log out. That's some New Mexico stuff.
Next on my I-9 Varsity
Uh-huh.
New Mexico things.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to talk about our borders. I like our borders. It's a shape. On the other side of the border is another state. If it wasn't for the borders, we wouldn't have a state.
Your list is very bad. How about this phrase? You DoorDash and I'll tip. No. No, the DoorDash price is greater.
No, I'll buy the food. You tip, pay the fees, pay the taxes, pay the insurance, pay the delivery fee.
But, Fred, you have DoorDash Plus. Yeah, I do. I'm an adult. Also, cigarette breaks.
You can just take a break.
You can just take a break.
You can take a break.
You know what I like to do sometimes? Take a break. You know what? It's weird if I do because I don't smoke.
You can legally have one 15 minutes every 2 hours if you're doing an 8-hour shift.
I don't know enough about the Department of Workforce Solutions to tell you if that's accurate or not, but I'm into that like humanitarian-wise.
Yeah. Next on my I-9 Varsity of New Mexico things.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about our highways.
What?
There's a couple of them that go across the state.
What?
We got roads.
This is a terrible list.
This might be my best work ever.
I'm talking about New Mexico things.
I'm talking about New Mexico things.
I'm talking about whenever someone sets up a Zoom meeting that should have just been bullet points in an email, Van.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
That's a New Mexico thing.
Is it?
Josh Sushan, where we get back, we're talking about did they or did they not in the 90s do steroids. Also, we're going to bleed into the 2000s a little bit because, not everything's perfect.
Buildings. New Mexico is known for buildings.
What, like Adobe buildings? Is that what you're saying? Is this like a... Sopapillas.
I think it's funny. Thank you very much.
That's not... The bit is when you leave the littlest amount of coffee in the pot on the deal, and I have to rush in there between segments to go get another cup of coffee. But here's the thing. Now I got to pull out the Grindy Boys, and then I look over, and I'm like, what's this? Why isn't this New Mexico Pinon coffee? Then I have to go to my stash. I have to get Pinon-specific coffee, put it into the machine, start the coffee, hit start on the coffee. It's not instantly done, is it? No, now I got to be back. By the way, there's a rain delay. That's what I'm talking about.
Would you like to have hear the last one on my I-9 Varsity of New Mexico things.
2 Men On, live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. We play on Team I-9. Start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. Spend our evenings at Hollow Spirits. And the weekend is for New Mexico's vodka. That's Teller's Vodka. Monday nights is Howie's Sports Page, 12500 Montgomery Boulevard. Come watch the game with the boys.
State Fair.
95,
Mexico has a state fair.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Sorry we took so long, Michael. We were Googling songs about rain. Welcome back to the program, Josh. Sean.
You want to know a fun fact about songs about the rain?
Okay.
All right.
There is a so we have a variety of different DJs, and we have an entire folder full of songs just for the rain.
Ah.
Purple Rain by Prince.
That's always number one.
Okay. Singing in the Rain by Gene Kelly.
I mean, I know
Ouch.
it's a classic, but
Shade.
I mean, we can do better than that.
Songs About Rain by Gary Allen.
How
It's a
about
little too
you
literal.
know, how about the Milli Vanilli song?
Ooh.
Okay.
Here's my thought about. Have I ever showed you guys my theory about Milli Vanilli?
Please do.
Okay, so these two guys, they could dance and they had the charisma, but they couldn't sing, right? But the Milli Vanilli won a Grammy. So if you were the actual singers, how come we don't know who the actual singers were of Milli Vanilli? How come they didn't step forward and say, hey, actually it was me, and this guy, and we're awesome, so you want to sign us to a contract because we're the really talented ones here.
That's an excellent point.
Well,
but you can't let the cat out the bag. You got to keep that record train, keep that money train a-rolling. And once they were outed, they're like, this is all over. We don't care.
They got outed weird, too, because there was, it wasn't the internet at the time. If that happened now, similar to when, Ashley Simpson was lip-singing on Saturday Night Live, there would have been, the best memes. But because it was so long ago, it was just Rolling Stones reports. And you're like, this is...
Rolling Stones reports 3 weeks later after they had the story, they finally able to publish it because they're monthly.
Yeah.
They should have a disclaimer at the bottom. We actually knew this 3 weeks ago, but we're on a monthly schedule, so here we're now telling everyone.
Also, speaking of late breaking news, rest in peace, John Davis, the real singer of Milli Vanilli, who passed away at 66.
How many years ago?
May 27, 2021.
That's some talent.
Okay.
So,
one guy did Milli and Vanilli.
Don't believe I have a lot of surprise there. Also, the Weather Girls, It's Raining Men. So that
How about the Eurythmics? Here Comes the Rain Again.
Ooh.
Okay, that's actually a very good one.
How about Led Zeppelin, The Rain Song?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the Houses of the Holy album.
Dreams by Fleetwood
favorite.
Mac.
Ooh, there you go.
Is that
This one is too literal right now for this moment, but I Wish It Would Rain by The Temptations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never had any big issue staying away from listening to The Temptations. Isn't that weird?
Interesting.
Isn't
You
that
would think
weird?
by name it would be difficult.
Yeah. I haven't had a problem with it at all.
Umbrella by Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
That one definitely. Obviously, The Rain, Super Duper Fly by Missy Elliott.
That's how we started this.
That's how this whole thing started.
Yeah.
Pretty good little
list. What's the ELO song that's the perfect one to play once it stops raining?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, you do. It's something about the sun's finally coming out now. And
Mr. Blue Sky?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's that one.
That one
yeah,
is a
where
banger.
have you been, Mr. Blue Sky, sun, all that? Yeah. That's the best song when the tarp is coming off the field.
I'm glad you said Electric Light, because that's the only song I know, so I wouldn't have been able to. There's a bunch of bangers, though. Bunch of them. Kiss the Rain by Billy Myers. That's a super niche 91.
I would not have got that one.
There's a bunch of them.
I don't know if I would have got that one either.
The
We didn't-
Thunder Rolls.
Have we told the audience why we're talking about the rain right now?
Well, we're on delay out at Isotopes Park, Josh. Thank you for mentioning. Is the tarp on? What's going on?
The tarp is on the field. It's right before going on the air, I stepped outside of the Carlos Salazar Memorial press box and took a look around. And it's the rain is totally surrounding the ballpark, everywhere, south, west, east. But it's not raining yet. But it looks it's really windy right now. There's a small little sliver of the Sandia Mountains that are the sun is shining on. It looks beautiful. The rest of them are really dark. And then up above, straight above, there's a little bit of bright blue and a tiny bit of white cloud, but it's mostly gray and really dark. So it's very Albuquerque.
It's a New Mexico thing.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh, hey, for your list, Van, how about how monsoon season used to be 5 weeks? It used to be July.
Yes.
And now it's mid-June to late September.
I was told recently by a guy who knows a lot more about being an amateur weatherman than me,
Steve Stucker,
that we're going into an El Nino.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
the one where
So
we get
it
lots
gets-
of rain or no rain?
Yeah, we get lots.
Lots.
Yeah.
And it's the third consecutive El Nino, because a La Nina is oppo of an El Nino.
Right.
So there you go.
Wait, it's the
don't know if
third,
that's true.
but we didn't get any rain last year. How could this be 3 in a row?
All right, we learned this from a guy late one night after an Isotopes and a Lobo game.
Correct.
Last Friday. Well,
This is true.
Yeah. And this conversation started because we wanted to have libations outside on the patio versus inside.
Uh-huh.
And we were concerned about the rain.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's El Nino's coming.
Yes.
And I was like, well, you're wearing glasses. This must be true.
Okay, so here's the other thing about El Ninos and La Ninas. Unless you are right against an ocean, it doesn't really impact you much.
It's not what this one
Right?
guy said.
Yeah, no, we heard otherwise from a guy.
From a guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
From a
who had
complete
glasses.
stranger.
Who had glasses on.
Correct. Spectacled random
Well,
stranger.
he knows everything.
He also believed that bears hibernate, but that just means they sleep straight through. There's no tussling. There's no getting up. And I know for a fact that's probably partially not correct.
Hey, you know why he probably told us that more rain's coming. Because he's only happy when it rains.
Okay, good one.
Grunge rock hit from
That's
our era.
not so bad.
Garbage.
Ooh. All right, boys.
That is a good song. I like that one.
We got a little bit of time to fill, as we call it in the business.
Play the game that's sweeping the nation.
In 2006, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Lance Berkman, Big Puma, hit 45 dingers. Did my dude Lance Berkman, in your guys' opinion, ever partake in the juice?
Josh, you first.
No.
I'm also going to say no, and I have some logic and reasoning behind it.
All right, I'm ready.
His face always stayed fat. He never... He was, pretty fit for a chubby dude, but he never got the Clemens jaws or, like, the Barry Bonds forehead. Like, none of that stuff ever happened. So I'm going to say no juice.
Can you guys recall anyone who has admitted or was outed in the Mitchell report of having done steroids who was fat?
No.
So I think that's why I say that's why Van and I are on the same page.
Correct.
Right? His body never changed.
Also,
and if he did them poorly.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
I mean, if you're not jacked, what's the point of doing steroids? They're illegal. You're a cheater. You make a lot of money because your stats are awesome.
I also believe no, but it's for a different reason, and that reason is this. Lance Berkman, as everyone knows, he's famously best friends with Roy Oswalt, not best friends with Andy Pettit and Roger Clemens. And Roy Oswalt, look at him. He didn't do no steroids.
I know. He's so cute.
Manny Ramirez and Minley, Barry Bonds. Richie Sexton in 2003 hit 45 dingers. Was my boy on the juice?
No.
I'm also going to say no.
The dude was like 6'7". He had enormous power. His body never changed. I mean, you walk next to him. If he hits the ball, it's going a long distance. And that was the year where he made a lot of contact. I mean, that was his problem his whole career. He couldn't make a lot of contact. But whenever he did, it went a long ways. I'm saying no on Richie Sexton.
I agree. He's like a career barely above the Mendoza line hitter. But when he connected, it was a donger.
I feel like he was on the witch hunt for so long that he would have been caught. I feel like people were looking for he to be one.
Right.
So we're 0 for 2 so far.
2 no's.
Greg Vaughn.
I'm saying no about Greg Vaughn again. I mean, I know this game isn't very fun right now, but
45 dingers.
But it's not like he only had 1 year. I mean, he always hit for a ton of power. He was like a 5'10", 220-pound chiseled dude who hit bombs when he was in the minor leagues. He was always like a high draft pick. It's not like he was like a 35th rounder who suddenly, or how should I say this for Dodgers fans? It's not like he was a 60th rounder who only got drafted because his godfather was the manager of the Dodgers and was skinny in the minors and then suddenly became all-star in the major leagues. Greg Vaughn was not like that.
This is very good.
Okay, Josh, this is the first one we're going to disagree on.
Oh.
And I don't say Greg Vaughn did steroids his whole career, but definitely towards the middle end of his career, because he got a big face. He grew his face as well.
He broke out.
Yeah. It looked like he got stung equally all across his face by bees.
He was kind of always super silent too at that time, because you had like Griffey, Sosa, McGuire all doing what they were doing, and then Greg Vaughn was like, "I'm here too.
Look at me, guys. I only hit 3 less."
But also he retired before like drug testing really hit the stage, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like a wacky hitter.
I'm gonna say yes towards the end, no during the beginning and middle.
Oh, there you go. We got that one. All right. Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones hit 45 dingers in 1999. You ever do the juice?
What,
Go
did you
ahead,
just
Go ahead, Van.
you just poured like steroids into a Coors Light after the game? There's no way Chipper did. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think Chipper did either. Look, here's the thing. I know that there's a lot of first-round picks who did steroids, right? But in my mind, like, if you're a first-round pick, that's because, I mean, look, Alex Rodriguez, duh. But there's not a lot of first-rounders who did it unless they were on the verge of becoming a bust, or they were a bust, or they just had some type of weirdo personality like Alex Rodriguez, right, where they just felt like it wasn't enough. Chipper was the number 1 overall selection. He was in the big leagues at a very early age, like age 21 or something like that. His body never changed,
Yeah.
right? It's not like he got so big that he couldn't play third base anymore and they had to move him to first base or to left field or something. And I think that he was pretty outspoken against steroid guys, which could be a good cover, but I'm going to say no on Chipper.
To me, not only did he's a no doubter in my mind to have not done steroids. I think he's at the very top of the list of best hitters who are believed to not have juiced.
Right.
Like he might be number one on that list. And I think, what is that like a Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey Jr.?
Griffey Jr. is number one on my didn't juice list.
How you feel about Jim Thome? Would he be on that list? Because I don't think he did.
See, I want to say no on Thome as well, just because of the body didn't change at all.
So you know what I also factor in is who were his teammates? Who was he around? Who would have given him access?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm a huge expert on Jim Thome. Jim Thome always had this well-earned reputation of just being one of the nicest guys in baseball. Just salts of the earth, super nice guys. If I'm being honest, though, I mean, he's a guy who came up as a third baseman, and he couldn't play third anymore, and then they tried him at first, and then he just became a full-time DH. So that doesn't mean that he did it. He was just never very good defensively either. I would say no. I feel like I'm trying to talk myself into saying yes to somebody because it's a more fun game if I accuse somebody, which I should not do.
Yeah. No, it's called libel.
Yeah, but I still say no. It's Thome.
There's a couple. There are some guys who were never linked to PEDs, but then would have like one jump out home run season. And I think like even very recently, like Alfonso Soriano.
Mm-hmm.
Alfonso Soriano hit 45, 46 dingers in 1 year.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, this is weird.
Right.
But is that like a juiced ball thing? So Alfonso Soriano, is he on the list?
Well, see, Alfonso Soriano, and I was going to use the example of Ryan Braun.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Braun's body didn't really change.
Ooh, good point.
But that's a different generation of steroids.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that's different juice. That's a different generation of juice. The guys that we assumed did steroids that's when it changed your face.
I'll give you guys a good example of someone. All right, do you guys remember Rich Aurelia?
Yes.
Naturally.
Okay. So Rich Aurelia was a guy who played shortstop for the Giants, had back-to-back years where he had 20 or 22 home runs, drove in 80 runs. He was good defensively. He was like just a solid major leaguer, right? 20-something homers, 20-something doubles, 80-something RBIs, hit like 270, 280.
Deal.
Then, the year that Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs, Aurelia was batting in front of him and hit 37 home runs. Led the league in hits, drove in like 97 runs. He got like MVP votes. He was an all-star. He's a silver slugger. He was always like a solid guy. And late in his career, he hit like 20-something home runs again for the Reds or something like that. He had like a really solid career for like 15 years. But there was 1 year that his numbers were way higher than anybody else. Now, is that because he was hitting in front of Barry Bonds?
It is.
The year that Bonds hit 73 home runs? And like his body didn't change, right? He was the exact same guy. So
I'm going to disagree a little bit. I think he got a little beefier when
so?
Barry started growing. Not as noticeably as much, but I think a little bit.
Well, and there's that factor to it. Where it's everything Josh pointed out, where it's like, hey, protecting in the lineup, got to
Yes.
go after him. But
Yes.
also, you also are Balco, right?
Yes.
Like
Uh-huh.
it's literally the locker next to you. The last one before the break, and then Josh, you update us before we cut you loose. Adam Dunn, boys.
See,
that's just a large human from day one.
Hey, also he dead ass looks just like me.
It's a lot.
He's
It's
a
a
dead
lot.
ringer for me.
I don't think Fred did steroids, so I'm going to say no about Adam Dunn also.
I want to say no for Adam Dunn because it never improved any of his other statistical measures. He dropped dongs, and it never improved his batting eye. It never improved his batting average or his speed or anything. He just continued to drop dongs.
This would have been like 04, 05. I was a big St. Louis Cardinals guy. I grew up in St. Louis. Dunn was on the Reds. Derek Lee was on the Cubs. Is Derek Lee in that conversation?
That's a hard maybe. I'd have to do some research.
Yeah, I want to say no because I know his dad, so I want to say no just because
Sweet.
of that.
Don't hate that at all. Give us an update on the weather, Jay.
It's not raining, but it's really dark. It feels like any second it's about to start raining because there's just storm clouds all around us, and there's less and less blue sky around us. The blue sky is moving to the north. The darkest stuff is moving toward us. It's not yet raining, but when it does start raining, we have a tarp that's covering the field, and the field was like ready to go. They like did all the lines and all the watering and all that, but neither starting pitcher is warming up, and So we will not be starting now, and we will not be starting at 6:45. I don't know when we're going to be starting because we're just kind of hoping that this rain can come through and rain fast, and then we can play.
We'll take this one up till 7 o'clock for you.
All right. I'll check back in at 6:45. How's that?
I like that, too.
Or right at the end of your show or something.
You know what? You just, hey.
Or you can hang out, play the steroid game more.
Hey, eventually I'll say yes on someone.
Yeah, except you cowards.
Hey, how about Barry Bonds? What do you think, Josh?
Well, the problem is all those guys, like the guys that are really like Juan Gonzalez, cheater. It's like all the really good. They were already caught.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, am I looking at a bunch? Like, is Jim Tomei so slippery? Like, are these guys?
Hey, and I forget his name every time because he's worth of forgetting his name. The Balco guy,
Victor Conti.
Conti said the only reason these guys ever get caught is they don't take their cover up correctly.
Yeah.
So maybe Jim Tomei just knows how to take his vitamins correctly. Maybe Derek Lee is just smarter than these guys.
But also, like, if either one of you would be like Andres Galarraga, I would be like, no, don't ever talk to me like that.
Not the Big Cat.
Figure it out.
You don't put shade on Big Cat's name.
Sush will be back.
All right, sounds good.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders.
If you're tuned in for the Isotopes game, well, it's on rain delay.
Potential rain delay. Not even actual rain delay.
What would you call it then?
A potential rain delay.
Little weathery boy.
Yeah. They're being cautious with the field. It's a nice field. Ed works very hard on that field.
Aaron Buck Burnett was over on KKOB earlier today.
Okay.
I was talking to him before the show. He's not there anymore. Strauss is there now. And Buck was like, hey, give me your way too early overreactions to the season and give me all your predictions for the rest of the year. And I said, first of all, if there's a rain delay, I'm stealing that segment. Secondly,
we did that last week. It's called the prediction.
Well,
none of my predictions are changing after 1 week.
Oh, mine are.
I know yours are. You're the king of overreacting.
How do you even think for 1 second that I would overreact? You're not wrong. I think I got my predictions, though. From the AFC, no, that's a bigger one. From the NFC, and I don't even think it's close, it's the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers put it on Dallas. But here's the thing. They could have put 20 or 30 more points on them, but they don't want to show their hand. Because Dallas is so bad.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they made it only look like a 3-score lead when really could have been 4-score and 7 years ago.
Smart. It's very smart.
Give me the Buccaneers and the NFC. Who do you got?
So you're saying you're changing your stance from the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, my preseason prediction.
Turning it right upside down.
Uh-huh.
And saying the Buccaneers will win the Super Bowl.
I'm not changing. I'm doubling down.
Okay. Just betting more on it.
Hit me.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Trevor Lawrence was better than he looked last year. Trevor Lawrence is better than he looked in week 1.
Oh, you're stupid.
He's going to get some help.
Nope.
He's got some weapons.
Not true.
That team is going to play together. They need a few games with the new coaching staff. They're going to be fine. Trevor Lawrence is the real deal. Trevor Lawrence will have a good season. The Jaguars will not make the playoffs, but they are going to show some people what's to come.
According to you and your logic, okay, that means the Washington Commanders are the best football team in the NFL, and you believe that they are going to come out of the NFC and represent that division in the Super Bowl. Okay, I'll hear that. That makes sense to me.
I think there's a decent chance that that's the Commanders' only win all year. They just got lucky to play the Jaguars week 1. They might win 1 against the Giants. Okay, Commanders are 2-15. They beat Jaguars week 1.
The undefeated Giants?
And they're going to beat the Giants once. They get 2 cracks at them, though.
All right. I'm going to hand you...
Maybe 3 cracks at the Giants. I don't know where that extra game comes from anymore.
What I'm doing right now, Van, is I'm going into my wallet. Okay? I just pulled out a crisp $100 Billy Boy. Okay? I'm going to hand it to you.
All right.
Regardless of what the odds are.
Jaguars.
Do you take the Browns over the Jets this Sunday?
Well, money line or spread?
Wherever you think. Money line.
Money line, I will bet my life.
Yes.
I will let you murder me.
It's really escalated there.
Yes.
Fairly quickly.
I will play Russian roulette with 3 bullets in it if the Jets win. With the spread, though, that's another question. Because I would buy up the spread. I'm assuming the spread for Cleveland versus the Jets is like, what, 5.5?
I'll get the spread for you right now.
I think it's probably, I would guess 5.5. Ready, go.
It is greater than 5.5.
Okay. It's 6.
It's 7.5.
Ooh, 7.5. That's a spicy meatball. I would buy it up to probably 12.5.
Okay.
I would buy up the spread to 12.5, bet it on the Browns. That's how bad the Jets are.
So this is stupid. What I gave you is not correct. It just updated literally 20 minutes ago.
Because we're talking about it. We push the meter here.
It's 6. 6 flat.
Okay, 6 flat. I would say that's an easy yes.
Yeah.
For even the Jacoby Brissett-led Browns. But the Jets are just so bad. I would buy up the spread to 12.5 and bet the Browns.
I need a little extra cheddar in my pocket. I think I might do that.
Do it.
I mean, it's over under of 40 points. That's like no points in the NFL.
Because the Jets aren't going to score.
They're not going to score.
They might give them like a garbage time field goal.
If.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so mad if I lost that bet.
You won't.
The money line, 245.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's about right.
I don't think the Jets can win a game. I'd have to look at their entire schedule. But I don't believe.
They got a couple weapons that are hurt, but the offensive line is so horrible. Defensive line is so horrible. Everybody except for Sauce on the defense is just a stinking pile of hot garbage.
Friend of the show, Orlando, also hates the Jets. Welcome to the program.
You're close. I'm a Bronco hater, but anyway, real quick, like I told your producer there, Mr. fellow veteran, Mr. Mike Guetel.
Yes, sir.
Want to talk about the Lobos? I went to the game on Saturday.
Okay.
Same.
It was good. Lobo defense is good, is real good.
I agree.
As far as the offensive side, I don't know if the Boise State's defense was that good or Lobo's offense was that bad. You know, it was close first half, and then second half, the offense couldn't do anything. But anyway, next, I heard some reports and everything about I'm a hardcore Cowboy fan, unfortunately. And we knew we were in for a long year, but we lost Tyron Smith and got that other Smith that was a guard and moved. But anyway, we're not the worst team, but we're one of the top 6 worst teams. We'll be lucky to win 6 or 7 games, in my opinion. And as long as Jerry Jones is alive, that's going to be a repetitive thing every year. And onto the hated Broncos. I always hated the Broncos being a Cowboy fan. But get a rookie coach in there, make a rookie mistake, and I loved it, watching it,
We were watching live at Howie's last night, and Van is literally doing like the NBA referee backcourt count off thing with his hand, where he's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. And it was like 30 seconds ran off the clock, and I was like, okay, Van, I get your point. They should have called a timeout.
I thought something was
they had
up.
3 timeouts, and then of course, you guys know the rest. It's but you never know. You never know. But my poor Cowboys are in for a long season.
They'll beat the Giants.
I'll give credit where credit's due. Broncos are going to be pretty good. They're actually loaded. They've got the potential to be very good. And one more thing to end it on.
Yep.
Man, I know it's been forever since you guys were on the weekends, but me driving to Mortalis to see my son at Eastern and talking to you guys and mentioning the Arby's. I hadn't been to Arby's in a year. I went the other night and had the gyro sandwich, the Hito. Oh, but anyway.
Market
on
fresh.
That note, my friends, have a good night.
What a dude.
Cheers, Orlando. Appreciate you.
What a dude. It's so funny. Grab one. We'll get Josh back for an update on the weather. Also, Melvin Gordon's trash. I'm just going to be that guy.
Did you just drop that out of nowhere for Orlando, or do you have a reason? Do you have a reason behind this? Yeah, the other running back choked one at the goal line too. The Broncos don't fumble at the goal line. Don't have those stupid penalties on third down.
They win by 3 scores.
They win by 3 scores.
Yeah.
They cruise.
How about when Pete Carroll was like, listen, I think I would know how to get to this guy?
Sure.
The best receipt ever given, Geno Smith after the game.
That's strong
The
word.
reporter's like, Geno, what about everyone who wrote you off? Geno says, I didn't write them back.
Yeah. Strong work.
95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Lobo football is back, and so is the best.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
All right, Michael, is Josh with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Josh.
You're not Michael.
I was just looking at the social media for the Albuquerque Isotopes, and the number one trend is, what time does the game start?
Man, do you realize how awesome it would be if I ever knew the answer to that question?
Yeah, they tell you last. And
I don't just mean like, I just mean like in general, when people ask, you guys ask, Vitale asks, the visiting broadcaster, fans, hey, what does it look like? I don't know, man. I try to pretend like I know. So here's the thing, it feels like it's going to start pouring any second, right?
Okay.
And I just saw a big old lightning to the right, and it's like the entire ballpark is surrounded by storms. It's like they're all coming, it's like we're just like engulfed, but yet it's not raining yet. And it hasn't rained, and it's been like this for almost an hour now, where it looks like any second it's going to start raining, but it's not. But when it does, it's probably going to be strong, unless it's not that strong because it kind of looks like it's moving to the mountains, and it kind of looks like it's staying that way. But, yeah. And then it looks like there might be a second one coming after this one, and there's probably some people in different parts of Albuquerque where it's already raining, or people in Los Lunas are like, oh, my goodness, that was crazy how much rain just came down. So, I don't know.
So are we all in agreement that everyone at the state fair is getting soaked?
Where's the state fair again?
Okay,
nice.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's weird to be sitting in a place where it looks like it's about to rain any second, and everywhere you look around you, it's dark clouds and thunder and lightning, but yet we're not getting hit right now.
Yeah, that's why Seattle has such poor mental health.
That's all.
what you're going through right now.
A very impromptu I-9 varsity, the I-9 varsity of rainy day activities. Okay, boys?
Okay.
All right. Okay, I will go first. Make a pillow fort.
Strong work.
Yep.
That's a good start.
I got you.
Really good start. Josh, you want to go next or me?
No, you can go next while I think.
Okay, I'll go next. First on my I-9 varsity, my impromptu I-9
Yes.
varsity. Things to do on rainy days. Jump in a puddle.
That's a good one.
I like to see the splashes on my feet.
It's a refreshing one. I
Yeah.
like that one a lot.
Gosh, I feel the need to come up with like a responsible one, but those responsible ones are boring.
Yeah. No, that's not what rainy days are for. Josh says, clear the gutters.
I was actually thinking like, no, man, let me just read a book or get caught up on some Netflix stuff that I've been wanting to watch or whatever. Let me just sit on a porch where I can look and smell the rain but not get drenched by the rain, and just be grateful that I have a roof above my head.
So are you saying movie marathon? Is that what you said?
yeah.
See, that's Josh, classic Josh right there, having a beautiful, elongated, eloquent answer.
Yeah.
When he could have just said patio drink.
Yes, that's what he meant to say.
Could have just said patio
Yeah.
drink.
Here's my Josh Sushan real quick. What I like to do, boys, is first properly set my feet upon a rest. Some call an ottoman. I then relax back three-quarter-wise my chair, and what I do at that point, even though my legs are elevated, is I stroll down memory lane. And you're like, Josh, you could have just said memory lane. Like, you don't. Why do you paint the picture in such a way?
You know what? I'm laughing because it's true. How about this? My next rainy day activity is to work on being more efficient and just get to the point.
Your for real one, though, is clean. You would be like, just get the duster out.
Actually, it's so true. Pathetic, but true, too.
Mess around in the garage. Like, what? Like this? These are terrible. You could make multiple types of airplanes.
Okay, you guys tell me some fun things to do. Help me here.
Doug, get out your smartphone. Go live on social media. Do a lip sync battle against anyone that will accept your challenge. That's what you do on a rainy day.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, next on my I-9 varsity, my impromptu I-9 varsity.
God. Baking. Get
of
ready,
rainy
Josh.
day
It's
activities.
baking. It's always baking.
Empty out the old rainy day fund.
Okay. It's not a good one.
And go buy some stuff I don't need on Amazon or
Okay.
eBay.
I'm into that one.
Online purchases is my answer, Fred.
Okay. Josh, what are you gonna tell us an eloquent story about driving around town with your windshield wipers on low, listening to songs about rain, just taking yourself back to your childhood? Is that what you're gonna do?
No. I am going to talk about. Jeez, now there's like pressure to do something fun, something that's outside of my comfort zone.
What I like to do, boys, is write a future letter to myself, and then I post date it, and I send it from the official post office. Josh, we get it. You're cooler than us.
No, that means I'm not cooler. That means I'm lame.
Yes, but I'm in support.
How about make another Spotify playlist of rain songs?
There we go.
There you
Okay,
go.
I'm into
That's an
that
answer.
one.
That's an answer.
Seriously?
Yes.
Now we're on to something.
Way better than you setting up a time-lapse camera and building a science project volcano on your dining room table and then letting it explode for your hundreds of followers.
Okay, but time lapses are really cool in the rain. You have to admit that.
They're insanely cool. You get the cloud moving, maybe a lightning
Yeah.
strike.
Exactly.
I am super into that.
How do you do the
Yeah.
volcano? It's baking soda, peroxide, and rainwater?
And rainwater.
Yeah, rainy
Yes.
day water. Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're blowing up balloons to build the inside, and then we're gonna paper mache. I haven't done legit like arts and crafts in too long. Josh is like, oh, dude, yesterday I had the day off.
Let's do some arts and crafts when baseball season ends.
I swear, if we get Hobby Lobby to sponsor it, I would do it.
Oh my God, I'm writing this down.
Write that down.
Oh my God.
The sun is shining on the Lobos parking lot, and it's really dark at Isotopes Park.
You can't hear the outro music, but we're going, Jay.
All right.
There
Talk to you guys
will
tomorrow.
be baseball tonight.
At some point, hopefully.
Sweet.
Van, any final words?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend, but anything you didn't hear here, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff, JJ, and A. Marie.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow from the State Fair, Burke.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today